46, onsdag den 26. december 2018. The clock is 19:46, Wednesday the 26th December 2018, and we are live. Homonculus. Have you ever heard of that? It is some experiment that some people over in Russia have experimented with. The idea is that you take some of your own sperm, then you take an egg, then you carefully break a hole in the egg, and you inject your sperm into the egg. Then you put it under the condition so it can evolve. You can try to type it and it will appear on YouTube. About it's real or not? That's the question about it is. But the theory can confirm maybe my theory about the development of the human temple in the earlier days. Our development to increase the species, maybe in nature. Yeah, could be funny if somebody that sit home somewhere out there is bored and want to make some new species. Who knows? Maybe someday they have a success and they have a new species. But the homunculus, the idea is, I don't know how long time it shall be under development, but in the end, you will end up maybe with a creature inside the egg. They have grown from your own sperm and maybe with something from the egg. And suddenly you have a new creature. Something it does not look like man. I have seen they have it in a aquarium with water, I think it was what I see. Some of them is feeding it. It like have a kind of a mouth. And if it's true, this theory, then you see somebody have a large one holding it in their hands. Some very weird thing, actually. It's a weird creature. Something take out of a science fiction movie. I definitely think there's maybe something about it, because if you look into the movie industry has actually make some movies where they have make the movie over the theory, the subject. So if a man home in his home can sit and make a creature like this, then try to imagine very long time ago how possible it was for them if they did not have nothing to do, but have a passion for nature and us and was maybe very intelligent. Maybe they was more intelligent than we are today. Or maybe the background for their intelligence was larger on the subject of life. So, if our nature allow us to make new species, if they are laying egg, it's nearly everybody who can touch it. It's not so big science and to be lucky maybe to create something in nature. Maybe there will be a lot of examples before there will be a success. Maybe somebody who shall be very determined to have success to create a new creature. So, once again, we have another theory, a theory that can maybe confirm a little bit about our first theory. So try to look it up out there. Try to look it up. It's a weird thing to go in and look at. If it's true, but the theory is good, yeah, why not? Everything is alive, nearly. And why not should that not could evolve in an egg? I mean, we have seen tumors appears inside of humans where there's teeth in the tumor and hair in the tumor. We have seen those kind of appearing in man and woman. Not only woman, but man too. And you can nearly compare that with the thing we are creating in the egg. And why not? Why not? Why not should there be some sperm inside of us that's being misled in our own self, our own body, and somehow the body is making it possible to grow from that. Maybe something have the same kind like an egg. Maybe it's injecting something in our own self that's reminding it like an egg. But it's not an egg. So the conditions from a mother cannot appear, but the conditions for our own sperm is maybe in the right condition, so it can develop inside of us in a wrong place. Now we have something they call a tumor, but is really nearly kind of a twin growing inside of us. So maybe it is more easy to make new kind of animals, then we really have wonder and think of how many out there, if they knew they could make a new species in their home, if they knew they could make something new in their home and could make a competition. Oh, sorry. Ah, they could challenge maybe the other neighbor who have success with create their own species. Who knows? Maybe it was like that a long time ago. And suddenly they have new species and new creatures challenge maybe each other with their own species. Who knows? Maybe they like to put them up to a fight and maybe they want to make their best fighter and see what kind of race that was the best to fight. When there's no rules like today, things like that can appear. If people certainly have their own laboratory at home, and maybe the condition in weather is much better than today, so maybe it's just fulfilling, and maybe it was different in that time. Maybe there was more sparkle in it, in the life. So it was much more unstable and easier to combine. It's another theory how everything could appear. I just mean when we hear something from the school, it's very easy to take the opinion from the school and really not think over it, and then we don't really wonder over it because that's what the school is doing. They say it's like that, and then we don't wonder about it is like that. We don't put our mind into it about have nature really developed that kind of creature, you know? In the way they are feeding us with the information, we just like, okay. Is that all? Okay. That's very exciting. Oh, yeah, it's just exciting animals we have right there. Then we more concentrate about what to discover and not really how it become and all the theory behind it. See, the theory I'm putting out now will maybe put some passions in some young kids' hearts. Whoa, that's sounding very exciting. Oh, can I really take a turtle and maybe a chicken? And can I combine those two in my home and get a chicken with a turtle shell around it? Oh, that could be funny. Who knows? Maybe it grow to enormous size and much faster than a turtle is really growing because of the chicken. And now suddenly you have something in the same size like a dog. See, today they make all these rules, so we will not really see new species. They have make rules about our nature that only if our nature find a way it shall become. But if everything in our nature have become because of man, or earlier humanoid, then we can maybe ask questions why we have made the rules today. And maybe they could make the nature perfect as have it always been, but maybe they really don't want to. Maybe they don't want to, because maybe all of it is earlier experiment from the past. But you must admit, there must be more truth out there than they are telling us. They must know something. That was just a little bit to my earlier video that somebody did dislike. A weird thing to dislike it. Then it's just making me more happy to be in the subject, because maybe we are on something they really don't like we are on. So let's be in the subject then. Or maybe it's somebody who take it personal with all the racist stuff, but I have speak about that if you was listening to that. You know how they are with all this shit. Yes, a little bit to think over. Bye.